Audra, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be the highly requested makeup routine video. Let me just preface this by saying that this is a minimalist makeup routine video. Let me just kind of explain this because every time I use the word minimalist, people freak out and they think that if you aren't like super natural, like living out in the wild, no makeup, no shampoo, no shaving your legs or whatever, then you're not a minimalist. Whereas for other people, things are a little bit different. So minimalism just means something different to everybody. It's basically what works good for you, okay? So a tiny little 2-bedroom apartment might be minimalist to someone who's coming from like a 4,000 square foot giant house. But a 2-bedroom apartment could be huge for someone who's coming from living like literally in 300 square feet. It's all very subjective. My makeup routine might be a little bit more than what you're used to. Maybe you don't wear any makeup at all. And if that works amazing for you, that's awesome. Keep doing that. Or maybe you wear a ton of makeup and if that works good for you, that's awesome. But this is just me and this is what works good for me and this is what has worked amazing for me for the past probably 15 years. And I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. But I did want to show you guys the products that I use. And I only use 5 different products for makeup. So the very first thing that I use is this hard candy and it's called Glamouflage and it's just like a concealer. I have had this for probably like 3 or 4 months now and it's still like full. Like I hardly use any of this, but basically what you'll see here in a minute on the makeup routine is that I just use it under my eyes. This has lasted me a really long time and I absolutely love this company because they are vegan and cruelty-free. That is a huge thing for me when I choose makeup or products that I'm going to use. I always try to choose something that's cruelty-free, vegan, and good for not just me, but also the animals as well. So the second product that I use is bronzer. And this is from the company called e.l.f. And if you saw my July favorites video the other day, I have fallen in love with this company. I did not know that they really existed. I mean, I knew that they existed, but I didn't know that they were cruelty-free and vegan. And so not only that, but the price on this is nuts. Like this right here cost me $6 and it's such high quality and I'm just like in love with this company. Like I want to like be a rep for e.l.f. because they're that amazing to me. This is the bronzer. This is Bronze Beauty. And so I just got this maybe a few weeks ago and it's lasted me really good. It gives a really good just kind of basic shimmer on my face, nothing super intense. The third product that I use is also by e.l.f. and this is the eyeliner and it has a shadow tool on it as well. So this is a clay eyeliner, it's not the pencil. I have a really hard time using pencil eyeliners because they, I don't know, it's like the little wooden pieces get in my eye and it drives me crazy and I hate having to sharpen it and everything. So I always go with this type. And the shadow tool, I've never used one of these before, but I really like this one. It's kind of like a gray metallic color and I just go over my black eyeliner, which is this end, with this on top after I finish. And you'll see me do that later on in the video. Okay, so the fourth product that I use is also by e.l.f. and this is just your basic mascara. I believe this one, let's see, it's the Waterproof Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara and it's really high quality. It's not clumpy at all. It's very, very smooth and I love this. Like, it's so good. And by the way, this was $3 and this was $3 and this company, e.l.f., like I said, is cruelty-free, meaning they do not test on animals for their makeup stuff. So I really want to throw this out there because I know makeup is a huge thing and people just don't even realize like the industry behind it and how many animals are just like tortured in this whole process. And I know I'm like sound like a broken record, but it's such a huge deal for me. And so if you want a good, affordable, like high quality makeup, check out these different brands because not only they're affordable and high quality, but they are cruelty free. So that's something to think about. And if you're interested more in that whole idea of how that happens, like maybe this is the first time you're hearing about that, just Google makeup and cosmetics, like animal cruelty, and you'll see thousands of pictures of what really goes on behind the scenes. Now, the last product that I use is my lipstick. This is by the company called Gabriel, and I have a few different ones, but usually what I've been wearing lately is the pomegranate color, which is a very like deep red or hot pink color. I used to never wear lipstick. I always just went without anything. I'd use like chapstick. I've started to just fall in love with wearing like a really bright lipstick, or sometimes kind of like a darker like purple, kind of like a maroon type color, especially in the winter time. But in the summer, I've been loving the pomegranate. It just kind of like brightens you up and makes you feel like happier, I guess. So this is the one that I've been using. This I got from Whole Foods, and this brand is also vegan and cruelty-free, but they are a little bit more expensive. So there you go, I just dropped the lipstick. So those are the products that I use. So let me show you how I actually put on makeup every single day and how quick and easy it is, because it literally just takes me about 2 minutes in the morning. Okay, so here is all the makeup that I will be using, and again, it is all cruelty-free and vegan. And like I said, I start off with the concealer, and I just put a tiny little bit on my ring fingers and then just dab it under my eyes and above my eyes just to kind of give a little glow to my face. And then I move straight into the bronzer, and I like to just rub it in a big circle, and then I just apply it to my face and a little bit on my neck, over my eyes, just kind of all around, just to get a good kind of tone over my face. And then next is the eyeliner, and I like to put it just a little tiny strip on top and then also up underneath my eyes. And then I will also use this shadow tool on the top of my eyes, and it kind of just gives like a smoky kind of evening look, I guess, which if you were wearing it at night, it would look really, really pretty. And then I do the mascara. Then I'll just put on a little bit of lipstick, and this again is the pomegranate, so it's super, super bright, and it just kind of makes you feel happy and glowy and just ready for the day, and that's it. That's basically my little morning makeup routine video. It's really, really simple, takes me just a few minutes. And like I said, this might be way more than what you're used to doing to your face. And if what you're doing right now just works good for you, it works good for your lifestyle, it works good for just who you are, then keep doing that. Maybe you're someone on the other side who wears a ton of makeup and you're trying to figure out ways to just kind of like back down a little bit, maybe for skin issues or just financially or even for time. You can try some of these things and see how it works out, but this is what has worked amazing for me for the last 15-ish years. Yeah, that's just what I do. So I hope that that is helpful for you guys. I will leave in the description box below links to these different products you can check out. Most of them you can either get at like Whole Foods or even drugstores, Walmart, Target, things like that. So go check them out. I hope that they help, and that's it. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.